And regarding studying Prabhupada books, nowadays our ISKCON society is facing a great change in trends, which is very dangerous. For example, many people are becoming interested in learning Sanskrit nowadays, and many want to read more advanced Acharya's books like Gopal Champu, Anandavandavan Champu, and those kind of books, although they have not yet brushed up the basics from Prabhupada books. So first, at least 10 years, 5 to 10 years of Krishna consciousness, one should read all Bhaktivedanta purports, small books, medium books, bigger books, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, all Prabhupada conversations, all Prabhupada letters, all Prabhupada's lectures, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, one should complete. Then one can embark on, previous acharyas' writings and everything. Without laying the foundation of Bhaktivedanta purports, Prabhupada's warning, if you go for reading big things, then our lectures, our presentation will be looking much different from what ISKCON is supposed to be. Like, any speaker speaking lecture, if you hear the lecture, if you see that it should be in line with Prabhupada, what Prabhupada has emphasized. And if we also want to emphasize what Prabhupada has, for example, Prabhupada's mood and mission. One mood I'll tell you. Prabhupada never appreciates Nirjan Bhajan. Today morning we were reading, going to some secluded place and doing 3 lakh names, 2 lakh names. Even Bhaktan Thakur condemned it. He says, Dushtamana tumi kishera Vaishnava. In that song he says, for popularity, don't chant many names and then stay in a private place. And Prabhupada doesn't appreciate us following Chaturmas, 4 months of, eating only one mouthful of food and chanting many rounds and not going out for preaching. Prabhupada said, we are not Bhajananandis, we are Goshtyanandis. We should go out and preach. And go to Srimad Bhagavatam in folio and just put these 2 words, free hotel, we can put. Just put the word free hotel. Immediately it will take you to 5th canto, Bharat Maharaj, Daraj Bharat Maharaj section, it will take you. There is one purport. Immediately you will get that purport if you put this free hotel. That purport has a lot of points. Prabhupada talks about one should not overeat. It leads to oversleeping. It leads to lethargy. It leads to disorientation. And then in this way, he says one becomes weak in spiritual life and falls down and everything. So that has almost 8 to 10 points Prabhupada gives for ISKCON devotees. And also Prabhupada, another verse you can read, 1.8.36. Bhagavatam, 1.8.36. Kuntimanani's section. There Prabhupada says, there is a transcendental sound, there is a mundane sound, there is a seemingly transcendental sound, he's saying. Mundane sound, all Maya, we can reject it. But a seemingly transcendental sound means there are many people nowadays speaking Krishna Leela. There are many people nowadays speaking spiritual subject matter. One should be very careful. It says that if one is taking Manina Bhushita Sarpa Kim Asona Bhayankaraha, if there is a coin or diamond on the hoods of a snake, one should not go for it. Very dangerous. There are many scholars, deeply learned, but their mentality is like a snake. They are envious of Krishna. One should not hear from them, although they may speak on spiritual subjects. Similarly, even Avaishnava Mukodgirinam Putam Harikatamratam Shravanam Naiva Kartavyam Sarpochishta Yatapaya. That's another verse. Sanatana Goswami says, if you are going to hear from Avaishnavas, then one is likely to become polluted. Nowadays in YouTube, people are hopping and jumping and watching so many videos and hearing, wasting their time. Our buddhi becomes very sthula buddhi. Sthula buddhi means gross intelligence. So the subtle, fine intelligence necessary to taste devotion, and that is spoiled because of watching too many things. So we should make a program for reading and hearing. Simple program. Keep in your shelf all Prabhupada books. Throw away all other books first. Keep these books first. And nicely read, underline, give headings, index the topics, deeply read. Similarly, hearing also. Make, just like for example, When I met His Holiness Kadambaganan Maharaj in those days in Vrindavan, I asked him, Maharaj, many times for speaking to new boys, we read many other books and all, what to do. He said, you see, reading Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, CC should be daily practice. And it is like rice, dal, sabji, chapati. He said, it's like that. And reading other books is like chutney. Then I asked him, how much can I read? That you decide, he said. How much chutney you take? Huh? Chutney should be less or more? Should be small. This should be our main intake regarding Prabhupada's book reading and hearing. Anything you associate with regularly, your speech is going to be like that only. Every speaker you will see, whatever you are associating with sound vibration, ultimately our personality is made up of sound vibration, what we take in. That's what we are going to emphasize. So, in terms of hearing speakers, in terms of reading the books, the more we take in Prabhupada Bhaktivedanta purports, our personality will become imbued with what Prabhupada wants us to think and speak and do. So you can keep this in mind. This is with respect to reading and hearing.